Okay then.
Ooh.
So, last time we played Theros, you all had ventured into the lava fields with your friendly flame speaker Pyrana. Somebody who, just the same as you, desires for the other flame speaker Ignakshi to be killed and ousted from the sacred lands of Perforos, leading up to Mount Velis. So she has agreed to lead you along the way and give you some of Perforos's protection from the harsh elements in return for seeing Ignakshi dealt with. Your first day of travel went pretty uneventfully. You rested in a cave, heard of a fire giant nearby, saw some rust on the ground when you woke up, decided, who cares? Moved on. Uh, Continued walking, making pretty good progress, avoiding a lot of the hazards of the lava fields, to find your way in a region of the lava fields where there were fire elementals that seemed to be moving around these crevices and valleys, attempting to sneak your way through. Draki royally fucked up and stepped on like a vent that spewed out some gas and revealed his
Oh yeah.
location, but nobly sacrificed himself to kite the fire elementals towards him while the rest of the party attempted to move around stealthily. Eventually, you guys noticed a Cyclops who had gathered a little boulder pen of two oxen and a golden bull. You were told by Pyrana that creatures such as this, sometimes known as anvil rot creatures, are often sacred to Perforos, and you may be even more in favor of the Forge God should you rescue it, to which you successfully did, making a Cyclops bow down and praise you as you ran away with its uh, golden cow, golden ox. The passes sort of crumbled, blocking the fire elementals and the Cyclops from following you as you all ran with the bulls out of this section of the lava fields with the golden ox and the two other normal ox in tow. So you're getting close to the end of that second day of travel. Uh, you're roughly 2 to 3 days out. Again, you did make a pretty decent way through the lava fields with Ignakshi's help and your heroic abilities to guide yourselves towards the goals that you desire. Just before we move on, I just wanted to see, is anybody doing anything in particular?
I mean, I could use a little sit down and rest. I don't know how everyone else is feeling, but
Oh yeah. I'm over here like
I kind of got
I've been
flattened
running for like
by a boulder.
20 minutes straight.
I'm pretty
You got
hurt.
hit by a boulder?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's what that loud
Fucking-
noise was.
Fucking threw it at me.
Oh, I thought that was one of the cows. My bad.
Dude, imagine if he threw a fucking cow at you.
That would have been fucking
It might
great.
have hurt less, to be honest.
Honestly though, yeah.
They're kind
Oh,
of squishy.
Oh god.
Maybe
what
maybe
time
not
of
if you threw the
day?
anvil rot cow at me.
True. That would hurt. I feel like more.
Oh my god.
What time of day are we looking at now? Is it
You're around like 4 in the
midday?
evening.
Okay. Maybe we find a safer area away from all the trouble we just left and try and set up camp a little early tonight after that you know, shindig. I don't really want to find anything else out here in our current situation.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay as well.
We also, did you say we'd been traveling for 2 days, or we have 2 days left of travel?
So you traveled for one full day, rested, and then started traveling this day, and you've made pretty good headway through the lava fields, at least according to Pyrana's knowledge. So roughly the equivalent of having traveled 2 days at this point. or a little bit more than 2 days rather, because you're approaching the end of 2 days.
Okay, and then we got 3 more days to go.
She estimates if you keep the current pace, 2 more days with the amount of distance that you guys have cut off.
Okay.
Very good. Yes,
yeah.
I'm very okay finding a campsite for the night.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Got it. So once again, can I get a survival check from the party as you guys go looking for campsites?
Ooh. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, look it, we're the same.
He rolled better than you. Yours is a +5.
That's true. Got to the same outcome though.
Okie dokie.
Wait, did the cow leave? I don't remember.
No, we
No,
Yeah,
so
have.
that's
you
true.
guys-
Did he just like, vanish into the sunset?
Nah, so the Golden Ox remained unridden despite people's attempts, and Pyrana and I believe Takik were holding on to the sides of some of the other oxes. They have sort of slowed their pace, but still kind of walked alongside you guys as you've left this area of danger.
Would you
Or
say
should
it's a
I
zone of
add-
danger?
Yeah. Should I add
Maybe.
like golden bull to my animal friendship list?
What else is on
I don't
that
know
list?
what your animal friendship list is, but sure, go ahead.
Well, I actually have a raven. His
There's a
name is
bug.
Demir.
There was that cat I
He-
saw
he
He
once.
sends messages. The cat, Quick Claw, yeah. He didn't really like me, but I overpowered him and
What
held him
raven have
close.
you met?
Oh, just Demir, my friend from way back in the day. Me and him
Appen-
go way back.
Affen looks at Takiki's like, do you think he got hit by a boulder too?
Honestly, yeah, most likely.
What
We
are
used
you
to breed
talking
them in the
about?
mountains. We would have a whole flock of
Oh, this is
ravens for communication.
before you died. Okay.
Yes, but I'm sure he's still flying around. We did release them before. The village got torn up. That's actually how I died. I said, "Fuck my family. I need to release the ravens."
Yeah, wait. The whole world is burning down around you, and you're like, we got to get these birds out of here.
They're basically family. You wouldn't understand.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
you don't
That's
know
true.
family. You're not Vin Diesel.
Thank
Hey,
God for that.
But as you guys are going about looking for a place to settle down, there's no safe caves around nearby that don't seem more than averagely volcanically active, but there are sort of like openings, kind of like ends of valleys that seem to be dead ends where you would only have one potential avenue to watch down. So Pyrana leads you to one of those and starts setting down her things, sort of corralling the oxen to a certain part so they're not just in the way of people setting up camp.
Mhm.
do we need to find them like food? Is there any like nice grass around?
There is
This
no
place is
nice
a
grass
lava
around.
We don't happen to find a bush on our way.
But as you, I think Takik saw before when you tried to communicate with the ox, it spoke in some form of like fiery dialect, the one that elementals speak called Ignan, and Pyrana does seem to be able to kind of communicate at least ideas with this creature, and it leads the other oxen to that sort of command.
Gotcha. So,
Do
what was
they-
the oxen doing there?
You speak oxen?
I speak Ignan. It's the ancient language of followers of Perforos.
Interesting.
The ox has told me that his name is Kretos.
Nice. Has he said anything else noteworthy?
Just shares his thanks for the rescue. He seems to think that he can help us in our journey as well. He's very familiar with the landscape.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Does
Has
he
he
know
fought a
anything
dragon
that walks
before?
that runs around that has a bird noise whistle that might be stalking us?
So,
Oh,
sorry,
true. Forgot
well,
about that.
can you say that again?
Oh, I heard a noise like a bird earlier, but it was clearly from an instrument or some whistle. I'm not sure.
You
It's
sure it
he.
wasn't Draki's crow?
Dimitri?
I don't know if Kratos is familiar with whatever the creature is, but it is likely another anvil rot, similar to him. The creatures are uh, quite often present in the lava fields, as they are creations of Perforos and the craftsman that he gives his knowledge of creation for those too. Sometimes
What?
mages or other artificers create creatures known as anvil rot raptors that they use as familiars.
Oh, that's pleasant.
Now that's a bird I can get behind.
So, was the bull released, or what's his name again?
Kratos.
Was Kratos released around the same time that Perforos was poisoned, or does he know anything about that?
I haven't
I don't know.
asked him about the history of him yet, but I mean I can ask him some questions tonight and see
Yeah.
what I can figure out.
I've never talked to a sentient bull before. Very cool. Very cool experience.
And she goes back over to the ox and again starts speaking that sort of like almost lava flow sound from her mouth. Is anyone else doing anything as the sun sets and Mount Velis looms far in the distance, still poofing out smoke?
Well, unfortunately, there's no bushes around here, but Athen is going to lay on hands himself.
Okay,
Mm,
okay, I got there eventually.
That one was for you, Jason.
I was like,
You started it.
yeah. Well, I did it openly and in public instead of hiding like a shamed person.
Huh?
It's his past paladin. Don't worry about it. It's dumb.
Everyone got all weird when I would use lay on hands because they were like, "Oh, you touching yourself," and then I leaned into it a little bit too far, probably.
Well, because you would say, I'm going to go over here and touch myself.
Well,
Start yanking rope over here.
it's not wrong.
It is wrong.
Dollar Raw approved.
It's sanctioned by God.
Can I get the order of watch again?
I'll watch first.
Go second.
I'll go third again. I love a good
Pyrana will
sunrise.
bring up the rear. Do you want to go after
Oh,
Pyrana? Or
I'll
do you
go.
wanna
I'll go
third?
after Pyrana. Yeah, I'll go last.
Okay. So, Takik going on watch first. You see, Kratos does sort of go out to the head of this sort of like mouth of the pass that you guys are backed up into, and sort of stand vigilant and pass back and forth. Can you make me a perception check?
Yes. Oh God.
Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Nope, nope. Okay,
no.
it's gonna come back at another point in time when I'm not ready to mute myself. Okay. So, Takik, as you are on watch, you do look around and sort of keep an eye out as some of the only areas here that are points of danger are the tops of the ravines in case any creature is able to get up there or fly or do such things. And while you are on watch, Kratos pays no mind to it, but a raptor made out of metal does land on the sort of peak of part of this ravine and just sort of look down, and you can see there are spots on it that are rusted away, as if it is corroding.
Wait, so is that what we saw the other morning? Was just like a dead bird out front?
The quantity of rust that you saw would maybe be like several feathers
Big-
worth.
Can I try
It's
and
molting.
coax it to come over?
Yeah, you can
I
make
played a little
me
song.
a animal handling
Right.
or a performance check.
Well, you got to tell me because they're very different outcomes.
Well,
Gee, I wonder which one he'll pick.
it's your choice.
Oh no, I should.
Oh, he got it. Whoa.
And you just
Ooh,
have
sorry,
the loot,
we're looking
right?
for a
Or
22.
I just have the what?
you just have the loot.
Wait, do I have a horn?
Just a trumpet.
Hold on, I'm just gonna blow my nose. This is fucking agonizing.
He's just serenading us to sleep with his fucking tuba.
Yeah. Pan.
I'll use my pan flute for that guy.
I'm gonna look up what a pan flute even sounds like.
Okay, I'm back. You're pan fluting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pull out the pan flute and you attempt to mimic sort of the noise that you had heard before, and the bird does flutter down. You see it sort of jumps off the peak and sort of elegantly glides down towards another point, still a bit above you, but closer, and just kind of moving very bird-like for a creature made out of metal. Just craning its neck side to side, looking down at you. It has no like eyes, but it does have the facial structure of a raptor.
Quick question: when you mean raptor, do you
Let me
mean like
say goodnight to Athena, hold on.
velociraptor
no, not a velociraptor.
or like a bird?
Bird.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to clarify that because I was like, dude, it's about to turn into Jurassic Park in here. We're about to be jumped by like 8 fucking velociraptors. Their shit caved in.
Why did I not make this? Boo. All right, well. But yeah, it is just sort of looking down at you as you are playing your pan flute.
I think Garrett said he had to go say goodnight to Athena.
Oh, okay. That was while I was blowing my nose, probably.
Yeah.
That gives me time.
Perfect. Well, while he's doing that, I'm gonna go take a leak.
Got it.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I didn't really go anywhere, but I heard
Jake
that someone was
has
taking a leak.
gone to take a leak. Let me see. Is this going to work? Maybe I have to save the image. Did you hear the thing about how it sort of jumped off the ledge that it was on and elegantly
Yeah, kinda like-
glided down to you?
Yep.
Okay. One second. Birds aren't real. Yeah, they're spies for Perforos.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
But yeah, so this bird is now closer to you, roughly around like 30 feet above you on a ledge, just kind of looking down.
Gonna... Hello, bird. Beautiful creature. Oh. I'd mean you no harm, creature. We just saved your friend over there. Gestures to the god of war, Kratos. um, do you need any help with the rust that appears to be growing on your beautiful wings?
You can see it sort of spreads its wings and picks at some of the rusting away feathers, seeming to be agitated by them.
Hmm. Damn, I don't have any good spells to help him.
Do you need help? Yes. Well, sucks to suck.
Do I know any basic? I'm trying to think. What do I have? Sorry.
And the only thing that really comes to mind is like mending.
Yeah, I don't have mending. Fuck. Well, if you stay nearby, when our friend Pyrana here awakens, she may know of a spell. I'll have the others communicate to her that you may need some assistance. I unfortunately don't have anything other than I'm assuming like yeah, all the stuff I have is just basic shit. So like healing won't help. Damn. Okay. I'll just tell him that.
Okay.
They go look at me like the fuck.
You see it goes back to kind of just like having its wings back folded up and just sort of pecking at different rust spots, but it seems to not be leaving at the moment. And then you realize it is time to wake up Athan.
Athan, don't scare the bird away, and tell Piranha when it's her time that if she has anything to help with purging of the rust from the metal, that she should try and help this creature.
Okay.
Goes to bed immediately. Smites it.
Yeah, it left. Weird. Anyway,
I got some help right here for you.
Now I sleeping.
Athan, can you give me a survival check?
survival check.
Sorry, perception.
Okay. I was like, I'll do it, but what's going on?
This is whether or not you die of a heart attack when you wake up.
It's really rare, but sometimes you do just get a brain aneurysm and die.
Mm-hmm.
Start smelling toast.
It's one of the Theros mechanics. So while you are asleep, or sorry, while you are
What?
awake.
Are you okay, Jason?
No, I'm not. My brain's melting actively. Anyways, on your watch, you sort of echoing through the crevices in the valleys are hearing sort of like almost the sliding of a large chain. It sounds very distant from where you are, but there's sort of this like metal clattering against metal, as if like, again, some form of like either like a large chain or some amount of metal is clashing against itself and just echoing through the valleys.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine things echo fairly well out here, given that it's just a rocky terrain with no like foliage to dampen the sounds. But still, it's got to be a pretty big chain to be hearing it from so far away. His mind does wander to the chains in the underworld just for a brief moment. He's like, what is that? Okay. I don't know if that really means anything to him. I guess he's just on alert in case it gets closer.
Got it. Eventually, your watch passes, and it is time to wake up Pyrana.
Okay. At the end of my watch, is it still? Can I still hear it? Is it like a constant thing, or did it like just move through the area and then disappear?
It's very infrequent, but you can still occasionally hear sort of like the clattering of metal.
Oh.
Does it
That's
seem to be moving or just coming from one? Like is it just in one location?
it's not really easy to tell.
Okay.
It's at least not like perceptively growing louder as if it is moving towards you.
Right, and it's not disappearing, so it's not going farther away.
This is
Unless
this
it's
is what
getting
that bird looks like, by the way.
unless it's getting quieter and getting closer.
Unless they're
Uh,
being more gentle.
Oh, damn, that's a
That bird
big
was
ass
sick.
picture. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's wild how large the images are when you don't make them tokens. It's crazy.
So cool.
Okay, yeah, he'll wake up Pyrana and pass along the message about Bird and let her know that he's hearing chains in the distance, if that means anything to her.
Despite the picture, the creature is tiny, like a bird. Chains, I'm not quite sure. There's nothing that I'm familiar with.
Okay. Well, good night.
Good night. Some time passes. Eventually, Draki, you are awoken by Pyrana. She currently has the raptor just sort of like on her arm, and you can see she still seems to be casting some magic on it.
Mm-hmm.
A spell that you can pretty easily identify as the cantrip mending. And she awakens you, and she's like, "It's time for your watch. Just to pass along the information, there's this anvil rot bird who seems to be hanging out with us. I've been repairing some of its rusting feathers, but it seems that there is a larger sort of rust accumulation deep within it, and it sort of like pulls up a wing, and you can see almost like a blade wound on its
Oh
side where
wow.
like internally there is rust. And she's like, I can't seem to get rid of it completely, although I can do what I can to ease its pain.
Do you need any help with anything, or are you just gonna stay up and keep trying to mend the bird?
I mean, if you have the ability to cast mending, that would be preferable, but I do need to rest.
Unfortunately, no. I can, I guess, hang out with our new little friend until uh we're able to fully repair it or heal it.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Perception. You do not notice anything as the sun rises over the edges of the ravine, and the light uh, bathes your party as dawn has approached, and your allies are awaking.
Perfect. Very quiet.
In the morning, Pyrana does come over to you guys, and she's like, "So we should continue on our way towards the previous layer of the dragon Tectos. I did speak a little bit with Kratos in the night. It appears Perforos seems to be able to sense through all of his creations and creatures. The bull is acting as a sort of emissary to our journey towards Ignakshi, and we appear to have been challenged by the Forge God to deal with a powerful creature in the lava fields that he wishes to be gone, separate from Ignakshi.
That does bring a good point, though. How does he feel about Ignakshi? Does he also are we sanctioned by him to go put her down?
I again, I have not directly consulted him. However, he does not. He's not really a god to concern himself with that sort of thing, I guess. If
Okay,
somebody
but at least he's
is
not like outwardly saying like, "Hey, don't do that."
right, and I mean the common sort of understanding from the flame speakers and those who speak more closely with Perforos is that she is on the outs at the very least amongst the order.
Right. I just, God might have different plans. But yeah, okay. What is it he wanted us to go kill? Do you want us to kill it? Is that what he said?
Yes, apparently there is a mad fire giant known as Multox the Mad, who appears to be going through the lava fields and perversely taking advantage of the magical metals and bounty of Perforos, taking control of various creatures that he
Various?
calm down that are also sacred to Perforos.
Okay.
I think
So
it
you're
may have
Um,
something to do with the chain rattling that was happening last night as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's see.
It is fortunately on the way, from what I can tell, and Kratos has continued to offer his services in guiding us. So
How
So
long
have
would
it
that
all
detour
earmarked.
be if we were to um, take care of this Multox?
with Kratos' help, it shouldn't be too difficult. They also seem to be able to move faster through this terrain than we do. So we can make
You're
up
telling me this bull's a
lost time
ranger?
that way.
The bull's a ranger.
The bull is a creation of Perforos. He seems to be ancient. I did ask him a little bit about the state of Perforos, and he did not know what is going on with Perforos. However, he has noted many of the creatures like him are deteriorating, similar to our friend, the raptor.
Does the raptor have a name?
I was not able to communicate with the raptor. I don't think it speaks Ignan.
Ah. Okay.
I have not bonded with it as a familiar, so I'm not able to communicate that way either.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm down to go take care of this fire giant.
I'm as well. Anything that can help our situation, I feel like, is worth taking care of.
I'm down as well. Only
All right,
use fire
Kratos,
for
lead on.
Kratos stomps his feet into the ground and sort of kicks up dirt and then starts heading in a direction. The other ox are also following.
It's just here for the ride.
Hell yeah.
And you guys do notice occasionally you will hear the anvil raptor following along at the peaks of the crevices.
Nice.
What a guy.
We must train him to scout for us.
So as Kratos leads you through various, damn it, through the winding paths of the lava fields. That sort of clattering of chains does grow the further you travel in this direction. And by midday, you can hear very similarly again to how Pyrana and Kratos communicate, but in a much more loud, booming way, as if there is a small volcano or like lava eruption nearby. That same language of Ignan, and Pyrana does translate whatever she is able to pick up as you guys are traveling in this direction, until there seems to be some direction that I believe whoever this creature is giving to what he calls swarfs. He refers to himself in third person, so I think it is Multox. He seems to demand more treasure. And he keeps shouting, "Keep digging."
So he's got dwarves.
Okay.
Capture
I'm
some dwarves?
unfamiliar with what the word swarf means.
I did
Do
immediately
I
think of
know it's
swanky dwarf.
Slinky dwarf.
Slinky.
I thought about idiot can't talk right. Giant. Do I know what a
It might
swarf
just be a
is?
translation issue.
Do I know what a swarf is?
You can make me a history check.
Oh yeah, watch this. Not 20 coming in.
Oh,
Damn.
Oh my God.
fucking called it.
So, for whatever reason, on whatever night you once decided on a lark to just read a book about some creatures of Perforos and
What a
the
nerd.
elemental creatures of the world, Swarf is a derogatory term for a creature known as an Azer, a dwarf-like construct created by Perforos as some of the first anvil rots he had ever created, that are very deft at crafting things and resourceful when it comes to needing places to craft, as they often can summon forges and then create items for heroes of different legend that you have heard of on multiple occasions.
That
Wow.
sounds dank.
So, most likely friendly creatures.
I shall cast Freedom Fighter on them.
Ah, perfect.
I will
yeah,
become
it seems like
Paul
they're being
Atreides.
subjugated by Multox.
I'm about to lead the jihad, boys.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Paul Atreides.
Yeah, Paul Atreides led the jihad.
The
Yeah.
Butlerian Jihad? I think that was a bit before his time.
Paul Atreides leads the jihad of the freaking whatever those people are called.
Fremen.
Yep.
Ah, there's a lot of jihad in Dune. Anyways, so as you guys are approaching the sounds of these chains, are you doing anything? Also, are we still keeping the resistance to fire on Draki that Pyrana is giving?
Yeah, probably as well.
I don't need
What
it.
is the terrain like around here?
Still kind of winding valleys and crevices. There are occasional spots where it opens up into larger, sort of the equivalent of what a clearing would be in a forest.
So, like, where, as we're getting to this thing, do we think like, oh, he's like in this deep valley, or is he like,
yeah, you think
up
he's
on a
down
cliff top?
in the
or-
valleys with you guys.
Okay.
Do I think I'll get smoked down if I disguise myself as a god?
On the spot, maybe not, depending on your depiction of the god and which god.
I think it really matters which god you pick here, buddy.
Well, like Perforos, and I pretend that I'm going to control this giant.
So
I mean-
from what Ignakshi had, or from what Pyrana and your own knowledge has told you, the giants of Theros are the kin of the Titans, not of the gods. So they're sort of oppositional to gods and the gods' creatures.
You might get smitten, but by the giant instead.
Could be quite distracting.
Yes, dude.
Distracting as you get smit.
Well, so I guess, like, objective-wise, we're here to rid the world of this giant, right? Like,
Truth.
priority number uno. We should also probably see to it that the hazers are not hurt in the doing of the killing. How do we want? Like, should we recon a bit and see what we got going on in front of us? Should we just fucking ball and go in? Like, what? What are we doing here?
I think we should probably recon a little bit.
I can do some
Um,
recon.
I'd rather do that than just run into a fight blind.
I concur.
Is it in like a canyon like the last fight was?
It likely is in a canyon, yes, from how the sound's kind of echoing around. Around how many bends or turns is unclear.
Is there any way we can get on top of the ledge
You
and
could attempt to
out
climb.
around?
Oh wait, I can do it. Hold on, boys. As I walk over to this ledge and I take a mask out of my bag and I turn around and I go blah, 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 and then I put it on and I just start walking up the face of it.
What the fuck?
I can't tell if that's
Is
Courage the
that
Cowardly Dog or if that's Jim Carrey.
necessary?
It was just me going blah, 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 blah. Just making like a you guys can't do this face at you. And then I start
You just
walking up the
flips
face of
off.
this thing.
Yeah, so effortlessly you start walking up the side of this mountain, going towards the top. Your party growing ever smaller down beneath you. But you seem to have no difficulty climbing up the side of this, basically defying gravity.
The fuck? When did you get that?
The fucking goat JoJo thing. So as you get to the top of this place, it is a lot like, aside from the heat sort of rushing up through these valleys and crevices, once you kind of get to the side and on more solid ground, it is nicer up here than it is down there.
Why the hell have we been walking down here this whole time?
Because it is very difficult to walk on top of these places unless you have magic assisting you.
I'm just built like this. I got goat feet.
But you can
I
make
find
me
that hard to
a
believe.
perception check as you're sort of looking around, trying to orient yourself.
Fuck.
Nice.
I'm gonna cast something
Okay.
real quick. Because I might as well use the things that I have type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Type shit, yeah.
You're roughly 100 feet above the bottom of the crevice you just walked out of.
Oh, so nothing's looking up at me?
I mean,
I
we're
just don't want to
looking
get
up at
like
you.
sneak attacked.
Yeah, so you're pretty alone up here. You can see at a distance there is the Anvil Raptor just on another peak, sort of eyeing you up. But aside from that, and
Hello.
different creatures in the distance, birds of prey, you think, that aren't really bothering with you at the moment.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll just keep looking, you know?
Yeah, so while you're up there looking, you get to a point where you're, even with the spider climb, you'd have to go down another crevice into a different area and then up, and then sort of start making your way away from the party in
I'm not
a
gonna
way
do
that's
that.
not very easy for them to follow at the moment.
Then I will not do that. I shall casually walk back down the face of this thing now.
Got it. You return to the party.
Well, we got quite a distance to travel. I couldn't see anything, but I saw my bird friend up there. I think I shall name him Reginald.
Very good name. Do we need to get closer and then you can maybe scout out again?
I think so.
Sounds good.
Pull the mask off and put it in my pocket.
Um,
No, I look sick.
should we start stealthing that way?
I think we have a little ways to go before they would hear us.
Okay,
I also imagine they're making quite a bit of noise now.
that is true. And I don't know how stealthy 3 bulls are.
Also, the I don't think that giant is really looking for anyone.
Sounds like he's driven by greed.
Greedo Island.
Yeah, I mean, if we're not close enough to do anything, we just need to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So you guys continue on your way. It does sound like, at this point, sort of the next turn, or potentially 2 or 3, could be face to face with whatever these creatures are. As the sound of the chains again is intermittent. It's not like constant. It sounds almost like occasionally, and with Pyrana conveying the messages to you as this mad giant is telling them to dig, there are the sounds of as if the chains are being pulled to sort of yank them around, or to sort of reinforce the control that that Multox
Yeah,
has
I mean, I
over
kind
these
of figured he's
creatures.
got like a chain gang going on here.
Mm-hmm.
So is it at that point that you guys are attempting to stealth?
Well, again, we should still just send Takik forward to scout.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this shit.
'Cause again, we might not want to stealth or need to stealth. We should get a view of what we're dealing with here.
So you go back up the side of the ravine, and once again try to orient yourself and take in the view. Can you make me a perception check again?
Indeed, my good sir, indeed. Ah, yes, very perceptive I am.
So you are much closer this time, which does help. And you hear the chains kind of going up and out of the ravine, and the sound of Multox's Ignan voice echoing up, and you are able to kind of orient yourself in the direction to where you would be able to essentially look down into wherever Multox is. Are you attempting to stealth over to that point?
I'll do you one better. Well, actually, do I stealth or do I cast invisibility?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know either.
That's a you decision, mate.
I'm gonna cast invisibility using my armband of arrest, whatever this is. What is this called? Infiltrator's armband.
Mm-hmm.
I cast invisibility, and I don't have it on my sheet. I don't think I put it anywhere. So I do apologize.
It's okay. Invisibility means you turn invisible.
No way.
Is it for 1 hour?
I think it's an hour.
The spell is.
Yeah, until you cast another spell or take an attack. Or drop
Perfect.
concentration on it.
Now that time I look down at Draki and I flip him off, and then I just disappear.
What the fuck?
He wasn't looking, but I did it anyway.
Do. Okay. So yeah, you go and take a looky-loo down into the ravine. You see at the bottom of which can go ahead and just move you guys over. It is still just at the edge of day, so I'm going to do Athan a favor and turn on daylight mode.
Let's go. Wait, did it take us all day to get here?
Most of the day, yes.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The fucking
What?
fire. Jesus Christ, we're fucking cooked.
Pay no attention to that bird.
Is that
No,
That
I'm
was
just
when I was
worried about the
trying to-
fire giant.
a god?
That's
Yeah. So you guys are not yet here. However, Takik is at the kind of top of this. Sorry, not that one. This one. Looking down into this area. You see a fire giant. Oh, that was undo.
Bird's back.
Ignore it. Who seems to
Damn.
be unarmored, however, holds a large weapon in his hand, as well as on his other hand, you see these almost like ship-like chains that would be attached to an anchor, sort of wrapped around his arm, very God of War style. But there's this big, like, black chain that reaches out to each of these creatures individually, and you see as he sort of like pulls it to shove some of the creatures to the side to like go to a different area or do something else as he speaks to them in Ignan. You see down there a little boy.
Just real quick,
Made out of
is
metal.
the giant a Blemmy? Do he actually got a face on a torso?
Not technically, but I did realize a little bit too late that I had chosen. I'm forgetting the name of the game. Not Dark
Elden Ring.
Souls. Elden Ring, yeah.
yeah. No, we're cooked if we have to fight him. We're so fucked.
Don't be
It's literally
deceived by the
just
artwork.
He's
He
literally
looks
a walking volcano.
he looks kind of like mad and disheveled for a giant. But he does not have an actual face on his stomach. I just liked the art.
Okay.
But there is a very small, although still technically medium creature who does wield a flaming hammer in one hand, and you see their hair is fire, similarly with like a dwarven beard made out of fire, and they are made they are made entirely out of brass, how the image depicts them.
When when the chick asks how big your dick is and you say small but still technically medium.
Okay. There is a large minotaur that also seems to be chained up to Multox's little menagerie here. Currently holding a glaive in their hand, made out of iron. And then there is also this thing, which appears to be like rocks, and as if the cliff face sort of moved away from itself and grew arms and legs and a mouth. And it is almost, if it could be on all fours as a creature, is kind of sniffing the ground through its mouth.
Yeah, how does that work?
Its mouth.
How does it get all of them on the ground at once?
But you feel like you are unnoticed in your invisibility as you are viewing this group of people. That creature is also chained.
Do I know what it is?
You could make me an Arcana check.
Oh yeah, it's a rock.
Really hard to tell, not sure.
Does this look like a normal minotaur, or is it like extra large? Is that why it's?
Nah, dog, they just built like that.
So he is larger than a lot of the minotaurs seen in civilized areas. However, the closer you get to Scophos, and the more generally Mogusy or just non abiding by civilization's policies, Minotaurs are known to grow larger than some of their southern brethren.
I do declare. Well, that looks like fun. I'm gonna walk back down to my friends.
Got it.
Can I scare Draki?
I'd need you to make me a stealth check.
At advantage since I am invisible?
This is true.
Aha.
You are unnoticed as you approach the party. However, you do spot Kratos kind of tracking you. I think probably not having eyes, or real eyes, this creature might have senses beyond normal sight.
Sight beyond sight?
I'm gonna go right up next to Draki and be like, wait, what do I want to do? How do I make this happen? Do I want to
You
make him
sneak
feel
right
crazy?
up and we're all just talking mad shit about you.
Yeah, Piranha's like, thank God he fucking walked away for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, then I cast Shatter on all of you.
Hurts Kratos the most.
I wouldn't hit Kratos. I'm just gonna not actually scare him because I realize how close we are to things, but I'm gonna just whisper next to him and be like, bro, I think that fucking bull can see me.
Fuck! Instantly throw a punch.
Shh, quiet, guys. Gonna give us away.
Motherfucker. Oh, why me? Why me every time? I swear.
How tall are these cliffs around this area?
3,000 feet,
Bruh.
a full fathom deep.
100
Damn,
feet tall.
100,000? Oh.
100,000.
100,000 feet tall.
100,000 leagues under the sea.
I was wondering if maybe we could just have Takik post up on the cliff and like give aerial support, but I don't know how far your spells go.
Not 100 feet. I could just
Yeah.
stand on the side though.
At 50 feet.
Just like at eye level with the giant.
Hey, mama.
Yeah, how
Also,
tall was
just
the giant, would you say?
Close to 30, I believe.
Damn.
Also, just to be clear, the top left is sort of like a little dead end where the ravine just kind of circles back around. Takik, you saw the path that they're in is also a dead end. However, some of it was obscured. And up to the top right, the path continues on, leading away from this area.
Now, I'm not one to argue with the will of a god, and I'm definitely not scared or anything. But that giant is fucking huge, and he got some weird ass things with him. Specifically, a very weird brass man and a giant minotaur, and part of the cliff that came alive and has a big old vaginal opening on its head.
Damn.
He-
I don't know what kind
Not,
you've been diving in.
yeah, I was gonna say not one that I've ever seen. But sure.
You
With
guys haven't
teeth.
seen the movie Teeth?
You know, yes.
I mean, I imagine the things that it's using as slave labor aren't particularly fond of it. They might he might send them after us like at first, but I bet if we can free them and convince them to help us, they'll join our fight.
Yeah, he had a really weird.
I don't really,
black-
I'll be
it was a
honest, I
very
don't really
black
trust the
thing.
Minotaur. They're kind of, you know,
Shifty.
they're not steadfast allies.
Okay, you and someone with horns on their head, you're just fucking full blown racist, aren't you? You piece of shit.
They constantly try
Kratos
to
and
kill
the
my
other
people.
oxes turn and look at you guys.
Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Look at this fucker.
Bruh.
I'm kidding.
He
Okay.
hates hybrids.
Well,
Knew it.
My god is a hybrid.
That's what you say
yeah,
now.
but he doesn't have horns.
Did you hate me when
guess.
I had my horns?
You just like him because he got a big horse ass and you want to blow it up. Isn't that right?
He doesn't have a horse ass. He has the body of a bull.
Pyrana's like, guys, maybe we should focus on the task at hand.
Shut
Son
up.
of
This
a
is
witch.
important.
Okay.
Men are out here insulting my god.
You're
I'll just-
insulting our kind.
I'll mind my own business then.
It's
Um,
funny. It's even funnier now that I'm thinking about it because you're just yelling at empty air.
Yeah, he doesn't really know where to look. He just keeps like spinning around and yelling things. Did he have any
Anyway.
weapons with him? Specifically, any fucking boulders he might throw at me again?
No boulders. He's got this really weird, very dark black chain of material I don't know. Potentially the Kratos might know. He also had whatever Jason said he had that I forgot. Some big weapon.
Yes. Sorry, 1 second.
And he's got a mouth on his belly.
Oh no.
I think it's a tattoo though. Don't worry.
Okay. I was gonna say if it's a sacred giant.
I do
we're
like the idea
fucked.
that he doesn't actually have a mouth, but he did shave his chest hair to look like a mustache
A
and beard.
Hell yeah.
That's just how giant muscles are.
Oh, true.
They're giant.
They got a really pronounced fuck. What is that bone in the center of your rib cage?
Sternum.
Sternum?
Sternum.
Yeah, they got a really pronounced sternum.
So Multox does wield a giant-sized greatsword. In the other hand,
Holy shit. Yeah, he got some weapons.
That's concerning.
I have a feeling that he doesn't have a problem moving. He's gonna move fast for sure.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's got quite the reach with that
Does-
big old sword.
Pyrana happen to know anything about these black chains? Are they?
Yeah, does it sound like a
like
specific metal you've heard of?
cursed or- Yeah. Sacred
she
metal?
thinks to herself momentarily. If what Kratos has been saying is true and he has whatever control he has over this group of creatures, it may be some form of alloyed Nick steel of some kind. Are you all familiar with the tales of where Perforos's hammer struck the earth and created different kinds of magical materials?
Vaguely.
Mayhaps.
The short version of it is that in many of the battles of myth and legend between gods and other creatures and other gods and titans and the like, in moments where Perforos's hammer struck the ground, many of those creating the lava fields, it created deposits that were infused with the magic of Nyx itself. Metals such as Nyx brass, Nyx iron, mithril, adamantine, all different magically receptive and rare metals are said to have come from wherever the hammer struck. So the chains themselves could be some magic. They don't sound like normal materials.
You know what, guys? I bet they're mind control chains. Mm-hmm.
That would suck.
That's where my money's on.
Although, if they were mind control chains, I don't know. Do you think you wouldn't have to yell at them so much? But maybe he's just an asshole.
I mean, it seems to be. I feel like most giants would be, but maybe I'm just making assumptions. This is the first giant I've actually met, so
Yeah. So to Keek's point, this guy do be really big. How the hell are we gonna take him down?
Very carefully.
Thanks to
If we're able to unchain his slaves, quote unquote, maybe they would help us, but that also seems dangerous,
do
especially
we have a way
with
to
how close we would have to
undo
get to him.
their bindings?
Can the bull break that kind of metal?
Pyrana turns to Kratos and starts talking. Probably not.
Like, I don't really got chain breaking weapons here. I got a spear, some javelins, and a sword.
I got fists.
I got shatter.
Magical fists. Oh,
Shatter
maybe you
might
can
do
hit it
it.
directly on the chain.
Okay. Yeah, I think, bludgeoning or magical damage that might do better. I just don't know if any of my piercing stuff is really gonna hurt the chains.
That is understandable. I feel like your
Um,
weapons would more likely get damaged than do
Yeah.
damage.
So maybe, I can once again try and draw aggro here against this big guy, and hope that you guys can free the others. What kind of magics we're working with here, Takik? Can you tell this guy to kick his own ass?
I could make him laugh.
Okay.
God, that would be so funny. I might try that, Loki. I can also do what I did earlier with the Cyclops, or what I did yesterday. Let's see.
If you could tell him to just chuck his sword as far as possible away, that might help as well.
That would be true.
I can't tell him that, but I can use the command spell, which is... Sorry, let me pull it up, because I did not pull it up, and I don't have it in my thing yet, because I am slacking. I don't remember off the top of my head.
There is one for drop. It'll drop his sword.
Ah, yes. I got approach, drop, flee, grovel, halt.
If he dropped the chains as well, I wonder if that would be helpful.
I think he'll drop everything he's holding.
Yeah.
So that might be a good opener.
We could try that.
Okay. All I really got is fucking hitting him. So I think that's what I'm
Maybe
gonna
if we
do.
get him to drop the chains and we grab the chains, then we take control.
Maybe.
Not that I'm one who would like to use someone else, but I feel like that's a better option than him having
Yeah.
these guys helping him.
Okay.
Hell yeah. I'll fucking
Piranha,
vault in there right now. Oh.
What do you got going on in terms of
Um,
magic? I don't think he's gonna be hurt much by your fire spells.
right. I was gonna suggest potentially heating the chains, but something tells me that that's not really gonna cause him any problems.
Yeah.
It might just hurt the creatures attached to them.
Yeah.
I
That would make sense.
can continue to use my divine gifts from Porphyros to attempt to sway things in your favor. However, that is sort of more reliant on the things that you guys do. Should it come to it, I
Right.
could potentially make it more likely that you will hit things or control some of the natural environment.
Okay.
So I think me and Athen need to run up there and try and get everything focused on us, and then Takik might be able to cast some spells on the fire giant.
Yeah.
And hopefully shit turns out well.
Unfortunately, we got a long ways to go to get up there.
Yes. Do you want the Rockman or the Minotaur? I'm assuming you want the
For what?
Minotaur. Uh,
In
I'm
case they go
assuming they're both
crazy.
gonna come at us.
I mean, I really don't think we should fight them, and even if they do come at us, because we want to try and free them without them being hostile, right?
Yeah, but we also need to keep them off Takik long enough to, try and
Well, I mean, I think as long as Takik
work
stays
something out.
behind us, they should hopefully not hit him. I don't know.
True.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
trying
just
to.
saying if it comes down to it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, would Kratos be okay with you riding him, Takik?
We could ask him.
Because that might help keep you a bit more mobile and out of the way.
You'll be blessed by the golden bowl. Yes.
Uh, Pirana, can you ask our friend here if that's something he would be open to?
I did talk to him a little bit about it last night in case we needed his assistance in traveling. He is okay with people mounting him.
Nice.
Okay. I feel like that'd be a great help.
Really quick before I'm trying to, because I remember last time we played, it was a question on how that mantle of majesty works with charming. I can't tell if it's just like automatically charmed if I pick people,
So if the
or if it's
creature
like a
was
bonus
charmed,
action.
I'm pretty sure, like if you had charmed the creature previously and then used an enchantment spell, they automatically fail whatever that enchantment spell is.
Okay,
So
so yeah,
like,
because it says
the
you
the
cast
cantrip
command.
friends essentially would charm the creature, or well, I guess no, friends doesn't do that.
It does. Because
Anyways,
the whole
there.
thing with friends is that after it's been cast, they might realize you used magic to charm them.
Okay, I kind of
I
forgot
don't.
the specifics of
I don't
it,
think it
but
gives like the charmed condition
right, that's why I'm
necessarily.
confused by it. But I don't think they thought too much about it when they were making this thing. But essentially, if you have
Yeah.
something where you have charmed the creature either with the status condition or through some other means, such as friends, the creature will fail those enchantment spells that you cast. So, like, if you did cast friends on somebody and then you wanted to cast the spell suggestion and just have them automatically fail, that would be sort of the order of operations in which to do that.
Yeah, because I can command a creature, but I can only all my charming stuff is for humanoids. So
Hmm.
I guess it would just be the command spell. So if they fail the wisdom, I guess I don't really know. This like doesn't.
Command should still. Well, again, I don't know if it gives the condition necessarily, but it is
A wisdom saving throw.
It is an enchantment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, charmed is a condition. So for the sake of like clarity and making this actually like make sense, again, similar magic such as friends would, even though not giving the charm somebody. Let's say like in town you were trying to not piss somebody off by casting friends and having them realize that you cast enchantment magic on them. If you just similar to how you did with Elonius and persuaded them to be more friendly towards you. That within reason, because I'm sure it'll bite me in the ass saying this at some point, is sort of you charming that person.
Gotcha. So cloaking myself in fey magic that makes others want to serve me is how they're saying I'm like essentially charming people?
No.
That's just flavor text for how your
Okay.
kind of
So what do I need to do
charisma and charm.
before I do this?
You would need to do something that makes Multox, if that's who you're trying to do this on, charmed. So either the friend spell, some spell that charms them, such as like suggestion, potentially cast command, and then cast command again. I don't know, but something to Multox needs to charm him towards you. If you feel like talking is going to do that, you can definitely try. However, he is Multox the Mad, so take that as you will.
I mean, how are you gonna make him laugh? You said earlier you can make
Right,
him
yeah,
laugh.
isn't Tasha's hideous laughter charm someone?
Yeah, I guess it's a wisdom. It's a enchantment. Enchantment, wisdom saving throw, creature.
It's just one of those things where like they say charmed, but I don't know if enough abilities in D&D actually warrant or like actually grant the charmed condition.
Yeah, which is why I'm
Right.
saying to make that make sense, because I also don't think they really thought about it. Just if they're under the effect of some enchantment by you, that is going to be charmed. Unless that comes to bite me in the ass and you can tell the entirety of Theros to jump off a cliff at some point.
Okay, so I'm gonna go in guns blazing with a like would that be like a performance or persuasion? Is that kind of what you're saying? Like if I went in and I
If you want
had a
to
good
attempt to
performance.
just charm through performing or through speaking, then it would just be a skill check. If you want to charm them through getting some form of magical charm on them, it would just be casting that spell and trying to see whether or not they pass or fail.
Okay, I guess I'm
Ooh,
gonna try to
maybe
make
if you're
them laugh.
riding around on the bull, you can do like circus tricks, you know? With this
Okay. All my spells suck because I also humanoid. Whoa.
Sad.
All right, I
Life
guess
of a
I'm gonna
bard.
try and make them laugh, boys.
All right.
Actually, maybe I'll
Make
lead
'em
off with
laugh, make 'em laugh.
I'm gonna lead off with a performance of a song about him in a heavy metal genre, so it sounds just like whatever the hell he's speaking.
Ah, yes, with your pan flute, indeed.
No, that'll be with my lute. My
Oh, okay.
blessed lute changes noise to whatever I want, so it's gonna sound like a really heavy metal guitar.
Oh, that's what's up.
So are you guys all just kind of charging in there to keek on the bull leading the charge?
For king and country.
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, I just got fisticuffs, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I can give everyone bless, but that's only 1 minute, and I don't
That
think
still
that'll
might.
help.
I'll
I
take
think
it.
it would help.
It says attack rolls and saving throws, so
Well,
I'll
I'm going to
take
be
it.
making a lot of attack rolls, and I bet he might be enforcing some saving throws on us.
that is true. So I can cast blast as soon as we get in there, just so we can
I'm just putting it on myself right now.
get the benefits from it.
Wait, I don't know. Are you doing it on your first turn in combat? Should we wait until like initiative's rolled then?
That's what I was thinking,
Okay.
because it's only a minute
Right.
spell. So if we did it now,
As in
like
case
for-
someone goes before
Hang
you,
around.
things might happen, and we don't have bless when that happens.
I would
so.
do it now because
Oh,
it's every
all right,
what
then
is it,
I'll do
every
it
turn
now
6
then.
seconds.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it now.
Okay, so yeah, as you guys are sort of charging,
I do
in, you
have
cast
2 uses as.
bless.
I guess what do I? It's 1
It's just
minute.
Yeah,
Sorry, I'm
D4.
realizing. Do I want to do anything
Buff before combat.
Yeah, all my stuff's only for a minute as well.
Oh, I'll give
So I
everyone
think
8 HP. I'm gonna do that now.
8.
Yeah, the
10
temp
hit
HP.
points.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until actual turn order before I start doing any of mine.
Got it. But yeah, go ahead and get initiative
Holy
in
shit.
that.
Ah, damn it.
What is going on?
You guys are lucky that
My guy out here
crit
fucking
failed.
roll.
Did he
The
crit failed?
failed.
Ooh.
I know it's gonna look confusing, but the golden bowl is when Ignakshi goes. Takik, you are kind of commanding Kratos on your turn.
Cool. How fast is this motherfucker?
The Kratos moves at 50 feet.
Oh
Damn.
shit! I'm
That's pretty
hauling.
good.
But essentially, in the formation that you guys are, just use the bottom of the map as where you come in at. You guys are just on the map in the way that fits you. So, Draki, you are the first as, again, charging alongside a bull. You are heading into a danger zone.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna run up there. You know, just kind of I'll go nice 45 feet.
Sorry, you said you did cast Bless?
Yeah. Hopefully that's not too close. I'm just gonna kind of pull up there, I guess.
Got it.
Thick.
Then
Guaranteed.
Piranhas. She looks to you, Athan, and she's like, "Are you going to attack just Multox, or are you going for anyone else?"
I'm gonna focus on Multox. I don't want to hurt the people that are eventually gonna be trying to help us.
Got it. So instead of doing the other one, we're gonna do this. Is it
Show me your
not?
moves.
Is it not called Divine Weapon anymore?
There's magic weapon, elemental weapon. There's divine favor, but that's only on yourself.
Shit. Okay. Well, then she's gonna do the elemental one and give you something helpful.
I would suggest not fire.
Yeah, she just didn't.
Also, I hate to be that guy, but I don't know if elemental weapon works on magic weapons.
Really making my job hard here.
I'm just putting it out there. It's yeah, non-magical weapon you touch becomes a magic weapon.
And then so then she's gonna pat you on the back and say good luck and guide you at the moment.
All right, loved it.
You get guidance. Takik.
Onward, Kratos, to victory! I'm gonna play a sick song now. I don't know what I'm playing, but you know the vibes. Some Metallica or some shit. Do you have to move the bowl?
At the moment, yes, but I can give control of it to you in a second.
Oh, it's fine. I don't care. You can move it. Oop. Hello, bull. How far away am I? Hark, great giant of fire and death. I sing a song to
Tenacious D in it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a performance check.
Can I help his performance check by dancing?
Oh wait, I get blessed. What does blessed do?
Saves.
Oh
Save.
yeah, okay, and attacks.
Uh,
It's okay. Roll the 25.
Nice.
So you do start playing this song. The giant does turn to you as the music is playing. Fortunately, it does not seem charmed.
That's fine.
Well, there goes that plan.
It was a decent one.
The Minotaur
Definitely
is grinning, though.
Still hit him with the jokes.
The Minotaur is grinning. Does he look like scary? Like, do I think he's mad at me?
You think he looks bloodthirsty.
That's
Oh,
nice.
God, these people.
We don't know whose blood he's thirsty for.
What
Could be anyone's.
Remind me, what is he? Minotaurs are beasts, or what are they? Fae? What are they?
I think they're
Um,
monstrosities.
In Theros, Minotaurs. Trying to see.
I guess that's
they're
weird. Yeah, because
split.
the player race is different than the monster.
Where are the attributes?
Friends, I don't think that this Minotaur is gonna help us. I'll be so real with you.
Yeah.
I kind of figured.
I mean, maybe we don't unchain them then.
My performance counted as my action also, so I am just gonna sit here and keep playing and pray.
So they don't have something like the satyrs where it says they're like a split race. So they are just humanoid.
Shouldn't have told me that one. Um.
I gotta be fair, man.
Oh yeah, no. I will sit here. So I can't move anymore on this bowl,
Okie dokie.
and I'll have some fun. Yeah, I'm gonna take a leak. Good luck.
Athen.
It me. Do some running. Question. How loose are these chains? Do we think these people can get very far?
Likely they could get around 40 feet from him.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah, there is some slack, and occasionally it will get taut as he sort of pulls them around. But
fucking what? Okay, then we are gonna take the time and do some buffs. And we're gonna do our cloak of stars.
Ooh, that's a good
And
call.
that'll be
I
my
would have done that.
cloak of stars. I guess do I want to do a bonus one as well? Yeah, I might as well just start them at the same time. I'll do my legendary strike.
all of
That'll be
the
my turn.
upgrades. Got it. So you see
friends.
Multox kind of flex his arm with the chains around it and speak Ignan, and all of the people attached to them turn, if not already turned towards you, seeming to harm you all as he moves forward with them.
Do they appear to be taking his commands?
Yes.
Ah.
No touchy.
Please don't hurt me.
So
Am I technically still invisible?
no.
Okay, cool.
All right. The Minotaur.
I mean, wait, is there a reason he wouldn't be invisible?
Have you not cast a spell or taken a?
He just played a song.
I just think all of bard songs are spells, I guess.
I guess he gave us bardic inspiration. I don't know. That counts.
Oh yeah, I did the
Oh, yeah.
mantle. Yeah. Thank you.
My deck must go.
I would definitely say using something like bardic inspiration would break the invisibility.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you inspiration. I used the my mantle. Oh yeah,
right,
for
but
sure.
that's through the same
Oh yeah, no, I
thing.
forgot that I did that.
However, the Minotaur, as it sort of rushes up to you guys, does seem to charge and go for Kratos instead of you on the back.
Fuck? Hell no.
With his own horns, and goes to attempt to gore Kratos.
They gonna kiss. They gonna kiss, guys.
To which it does hit. You can see the sort of running start does help out in the damage department.
Oh fuck no! I'm gonna fuck this shit up now.
Yeah.
Did Tyrana not move up, by the way?
She should have, but I will do that in a moment because she is just guiding you otherwise. The large creature in front of you, Draki, that seems to be part of the walls of these crevices itself, leans down to try and bite you with its mouth first. Everything is on this small screen. The bite does miss as it just sort of like chomps into the ground next to you, and you see it picks up a decent amount of ground.
Oh fuck.
And then it goes to claw at you. Boo, 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 boo. I believe your AC is 15. Got it. So only 2 of those claws, it just sort of like spins, and you can see its body just kind of like a landslide moves around as if it's made out of the earth itself. And you take 13 slashing damage.
Ooh.
The Azer next to you, Takik. Sort of in his small stature is swinging up at you with his warhammer that is on fire.
You disgusting. Get it away from me.
It smacks into your shin as you are on top of Kratos, and you take 5 bludgeoning damage and 4 fire.
2 fire, you mean?
Correct.
Nice.
Would you say 4 and 2? Is that what you said?
5 bludgeoning and 4 fire.
So 2 fire.
5 and 2, yes.
Cool.
I think that command was probably part of Multox's action. So then we go to Draki, as I will move Pyrana up.
So are we
I
still
do
trying
agree.
to? Do we attack the little guys or do we go for the big guy?
Well, I do wonder if we should make him drop the chain and if that will break the hold. I don't know. If we have
I'm
to
still
fight all
wondering.
these people and him, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to make him laugh because I feel like he would drop the chain.
I mean, it's good, but I feel like the command to drop is more
Yeah, I
like
guess
a
I can.
surefire way.
I'll try and
Yeah.
cast it on him when I get there.
I might just hold my turn then and see if you can get it to drop.
You could dodge. Like you can dodge as a bonus action, actually.
If he spends a key point.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I could also just throw a punch and get away free.
I guess you could do that and run behind him.
Yeah. Actually, I guess I'll do that. I'm gonna throw a punch at this guy.
Okay.
15.
That does not hit. Well, to be more precise, you go and you punch, and it's like punching the side of a mountain. You think you're just not
Gotcha.
hitting strong enough at this point.
We gotta warm up a little bit. So I guess I'll get. Fuck, it just sounds like a terrible idea getting closer to the fire giant. But fuck it. 5, 10, 15, 20. Is there any way I can see the chain?
Yeah, the chains are pretty
Behind
huge.
him?
I mean, it's wrapped around his hand and going to for this creature, it's kind of wrapped around that central like trunk of it. But for the Azer and
So,
for the Minotaur, it is more of like a collar shackle.
okay. Can I try and just unarmed strike the chain? See, feel the chain. See what I can deduce from it.
Sure, make an attack roll against the chain.
9.
Again, you don't miss because it is a chain, but punching into
Yeah.
this thing is just punching like a building in Akros. Like it is solid.
What if I radiant bolt it?
You could try.
Come on, what the fuck?
The heats get into you, and you just radiant bolt, and you actually do miss the chain this time. It just hits the ground.
Yeah, fuck. Well, in that case, yeah, I think I'll just fucking it. Oh, I guess I could have Nyxborn that turn. Oh well. I can't do that anymore. I guess that's the because my bonus action was my third attack, so I guess I could have tried Daunting Roar, but no. All right, that's. I mean, fuck, it might work just to keep him away from me for a little bit.
He's like, ooh.
He's like, ooh, that's scary.
No
That
touch.
looks excellent energy.
That guy looks fucking crazy.
And they call me mad.
Yeah. They'll be like, meow. All right, that's gonna be the end of my turn. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I will be able to hear what's going on.
Whose car alarm is that?
Yes.
It might not be something to look into right now, but Thomas, do you know why his roll for these attacks is saying 1d20 CS greater than 20?
The fuck?
Drachy's?
Yeah, instead of like every other roll where it says 1d20.
I don't know. Hold on. Let me scroll back up to if I can find where I make an attack roll and see what that looks like.
Okay, because I think something might be fucked up with this roll. I'm not gonna lie.
No, mine say 1d20 CS.
Oh, okay. Well, I tried.
What is CS? What
I
the
don't
fuck?
know.
I don't know. It's some part of the coding for how these macros work.
I wonder if mine does that.
I mean, it seems like they all do.
Yeah. Combat
Pyrana
strike.
is maybe, I don't know. That seems weird. Pyrana is going to radiantly but lava themed cast a guiding bolt at Multox.
Oh, let's go!
That is a hit for nearly minimal damage.
Oh, come on!
However, he is now glowing.
Someone's glowing.
Yes, Multox is radiantly lit by the guiding bolt that Pyrana just sent his way. And
Oh,
she's
fuck
gonna
yeah.
stay where she is. Takik.
Is the ball not doing anything, or is it just because I'm riding him? He's not.
So it's still kind of waiting for you to command it. If you want it to attempt to like fight back, it can, or if you want it to maneuver, it has its own movement and actions.
My dear bull friend, you may absolutely obliterate this shit while I cast my mantle of majesty upon myself. Does that count as my action if I tell him to attack it?
No, you're just conveying what you want it to do on your turn. Horns and hooves. You see the battle being played out between these two. As it misses with the horns, but does sort of stamp down on the Minotaur with its own hooves. You see there is some heat from that as well.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to see. I don't know if I should stay on this guy's back or not. Sorry, doing mental math. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off because I need to try not to get hit. So I'll come back here. So I call my thanks to Kratos and charge Athen to go help him. I will.
So
I have my mantle of majesty on now.
unless you
Huh?
disengage, they are still within melee range of you, both of your enemies. They could still make attacks of opportunity against you.
Well, fuck it. I guess we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna cast command,
Okay.
which I just get to do for free.
Or as a
Oh,
bonus
really?
action, right?
Yeah, as a bonus
Just
action.
without expending a spell slot.
Yes. And I say drop.
That is a wisdom save.
I don't know if it understands my language, so that was the only thing I was unsure of. So,
Is that one of the other
Oh.
stipulations of command?
huh?
Yeah, if it doesn't understand your language.
Or if your command is directly harmful to it.
It does not drop.
Fuck.
Sorry.
Well, I'm dead. Just kidding. Okay, that's all I got.
Athan.
I. Ugh. Believe I gotta be there so that I can be there. Okay, we're gonna be running up, and we're gonna get real mad.
Gonna rage.
Yeah. And then doesn't help me, unfortunately, but I am going to fucking yeet this javelin
It's literally impossible
at
to miss.
Multox. It really should be at this point.
You do have advantage.
I have advantage. I have reduced criticals. I have bless.
You have
I have
guidance.
all this other shit. Guidance doesn't really help, but sure. First attack.
Doesn't Bless help with attack rolls?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
That do hit.
How's an 18?
You hit the 30-foot tall, 15-foot wide giant.
Well, good to know I can hit the broadside of a barn.
Smite his ass! Smite
I feel like I should. Yeah, we're just gonna throw in a smite. Criminal.
Oof.
It's 11 extra damage.
Yes. He's not secretly a fiend, is he?
No. Does seem to hurt him how you would expect it to hurt him.
Cool. All right. Well, let's throw another javelin, I suppose. Yee.
Broadside of the barn dodges out of the way this time.
That's rough.
Damn, real light on his toes.
He saw that one coming. Yeah, I guess I'll keep moving up. All right, that's me.
Okie dokie then. And we are back to the creatures.
Creature.
Feature. Sort of leaning back with the weight of this giant greatsword and heaving it up over his head, he brings it
God.
down towards Athan. So we are going to roll this.
That one.
And as he's doing this, you see he's pretty much about to spot on smash Athan into the ground with this thing. And then you hear from the back Pyrana speaking Enignan again and sort of causing the ground to shift, making him re-roll the attack.
Nice.
Noise.
This time he crits.
This time he definitely missed.
Okay, good.
She's like, fucking kill him.
Yes.
However, in his mad rage and anger, he does go to swing a second time.
He gets another shot.
That is a hit
Yowza.
for 33 slashing damage.
Yowza.
Oh, fucked.
Oh, all right. So that's 16.
Yeah.
That's still kind of a lot. Well, there goes that temp HP. Those are gone.
Yeah, look at me with my bad self.
Okay.
That is him. You can see the Minotaur appears to be enjoying the fight that it's having with Kratos and takes his glaive and attempts to attack it with that. And you can see as he sort of swings it towards them, he does say in common a prayer to Mogus, and you see his glaive start to glow with sort of like almost red blood kind of emanating from it. He hits Multox. Athen, you would recognize this as a form of smiting.
This bitch ass paladin of Mogus.
The shit.
Kratos is not dead, however, it is injured. Pretty bad. The Azur will continue to try and swipe at Takik with their Warhammer. That is a miss, as it seems to be a little bit too short in the frantic moving of Kratos as their mid-combat are.
Short.
Too much. Draki.
Let's see. I'm gonna cast my Nyxborn. And then I'm going to try Daunting Roar. Which I guess would hit that guy and the boss?
Is it 10 feet from you or 30?
Yeah, it's only 10.
Okay.
It's very close range. Which is a
Boss.
saving throw DC 13.
Okie dokie. Boss does seem unfazed. However, the creature next to you does get a scurred.
Perfect. Wait, did I get hit by this guy over here?
Nah, he missed you.
Oh, thank God.
So the creature is now frightened of you. On its turn, it will attempt to move away from you.
Okay. So if I were to move away from it, would it take an opportunity attack?
It could, but it'd be at disadvantage, I believe.
Plus the Nyxborn.
Unfortunately, a disadvantage isn't like something that stacks, but
Oh yeah, did you roll disadvantage to hit me?
I did.
Okay.
Okay. I might take that Gamba because I can't attack right now. So I'm gonna proceed to move.
Okay. It does tremblingly attempt to claw at you.
Okay.
That is a miss.
Perfect. Where am I? Just gotta go straight behind him. Yo.
Did you get up close enough to flank?
I did not, but I could. I was just
I just
trying
feel like
to.
we're gonna need all the help we can get.
That is a good point. I think I used 40 movement to get back here.
You just put yourself right there. You'd be...
Yeah. So yeah, flank positions. I think if we just
We've got him
melt,
surrounded, men.
Kick
we
his
gotta melt
ass!
the boss.
Takik, you fight those other three. We'll take on this guy.
Yeah.
All right, fam.
So the bowl is like bleeding fucking oil right now. Then it is Pyrana, who will continue to attempt to help by dealing some damage. She might actually... She is worried about
I mean, at this point, maybe kill the
Kratos.
ads.
Honestly, we might have to kill the ads.
Really hoping we didn't have to.
She does look at you, Takik, and she's like, it would be best for Kratos to get out of here, but I need to heal him so that he can survive fleeing.
Indeed.
So she will go up here and attempt to heal the bull. She does a good amount of. That doesn't look like the right number. Oh no, that is. Okay. And then Takik, it is you.
I will cast command on the Minotaur.
Okay.
And I will tell him to grovel.
Minotaur, do wisdom save.
Can I tell the bull to wait until to see if he falls down before he moves so we don't get hit by potentially two people?
Yeah. The Minotaur falls prone and is groveling.
Nice.
Athen just like looks over his shoulder. He's like, "Ha, bitch."
So when I'm concentrating on something, I can't like do another attack, right? I basically just have that.
So, I mean, you concentrate on the spell. If the other thing you're going to do is a spell, it just doesn't. It needs to not have concentration. Otherwise, the first concentration drops. But if you like hit something with a quarterstaff or like stab somebody with a knife, you can do that while concentrating on a spell.
Is disengage possible?
So it would be while concentrating on a spell. However, it's an action. So
Right. Command is
Command
a
is a
bonus
bonus
action
action.
for me.
oh, is that just always, or is that when you?
After when I have this
Okay, got it.
Mantle of
Yes.
Majesty,
So you
yeah.
would be able to use your action to disengage.
So I will disengage from this guy so I can bring the bull back here a little bit away from him. I don't, however close he needs to be for Pyrana, but I'll hop off of his back here unless that's an action I can stay on. But
No, since you guys are working together, it will sort of allow you to get off.
okay.
Yeah, mounting and dismounting is just half your movement.
You just put him over here so I'm not on him, maybe. Or however close. I don't know how his healing is.
Pyrana healed him last turn, so she just recommended that you let him kind of not be gored by a Minotaur over and over again.
Be free, my friend. So he's gonna flee, he's groveling, this is a little fucker. The only thing is I won't be able to shatter with you guys up there, so I'm just gonna keep using my command while I can.
I mean, that's good. Also,
yeah.
remember, giants roll tall. You could cast Shatter
Oh
up.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
on his head. Head
True.
shot.
Fucking just blow his head to bits.
Yeah.
Cast it at level 3.
Fucking send it, dog.
I can't right now, but maybe after this.
Or
Oh, I'm
if
thinking
all
of-
of these schmucks group up, you might be able to get all of them.
I was thinking for the chain.
This guy's scared.
Chain might also be a good idea. I still don't know if it's like magically controlling them.
Yeah.
What if we took his arm? Jason,
That-
how does removing body parts work?
It would take a little bit of time, but you could do it.
Not really in 5th edition.
Yeah, there's no rules as written. However, if you make it clear to me that you are attacking an arm with some form of slicing weapon over and over again, it is my job as the DM to determine how that works.
Cut his arm in half with my laser beams. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you think laser beams might be a little bit too magically damaged to slice.
I'll bludgeon his arm off.
Any other movement, Takik?
I guess I'll move to like I think I'll move to like here. Hopefully she doesn't get murdered, but not my problem, low-key.
True. Athan.
We are going to. I'm going to use my bonus action to give my spear reach. And then I'm going to attack big boy. I do get my rage for this one.
And you are attacking at advantage.
Yes.
That hits.
I feel like we kind of got to just keep doing it. So we're going to do another one of these.
And that's just the 12, right? Not the other two.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't get the rage. Sorry.
Smiteful Rage.
To be pretty dope. Second spear attack.
It still hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll do one more of the smites. Less cool. God, look at all these ones.
It
Criminal.
is sad.
Then I will move up that last 5 feet, just so Draki has the advantage as well.
Hell yeah. Much appreciated.
Got it. So you see the rock creature looking over at Draki in a panicked, frightened way still. And then looking back and seeing Takik. And just to double check so that I'm not fucking you guys over. Yep, okay. He's still within range of the boy. The creature attacks Takik,
God.
biting at him first, and then making some claw attacks.
I might be dead.
So the bite does hit you for 12 piercing. Two of those claws miss, and the third one hits you for 6 slashing. So since you are concentrating on a spell, you do need to make me 2 Constitution saving throws, and the DC is 10 or half the damage, whichever is higher. So
The
both
what
of
is
those
it?
both of those succeed. So the command is still on with the boy who's groveling.
Perfect.
I believe that ends after the round, though. So just to keep that in mind.
Yeah, he falls prone for his and ends his turn.
This guy is gonna move up, and again, because I have to make sure I don't have a lovely little chain to show myself, he's definitely still within the range. He is going to swing his Warhammer at Pyrana. And that is a hit. You see she is naturally resistant to some of the fire damage.
Nice. Good for her.
However, she's not resistant to Warhammer damage, so...
Yeah.
Multox again heavily sort of brings around that sword and just dragging it along the ground at a high speed goes towards Draki with it for the first strike. And you both are Nick's borning it up. So
Yep.
this is at disadvantage. So that attack against Draki. Why did that not roll at disadvantage? Okay, we'll just go with the first two. So that is still a hit for 28 slashing.
Nice.
And he just sort of continues the swing through, turning back around to Athan, kicking up rocks and shit. That one, as he brings around, you are able to just sort of like stop with your shield and prevent him from hurting you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Disadvantage, real good there.
Does Draki need to make the con save for bless?
Yes. So 11 is the DC.
Constitution save.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
I think it was actually 14 from the damage that's on the one that hit you, but it's
Oh
It's still
yeah.
Still managed to squeak by.
and then it is you, Draki, after being slammed with a big sword.
Unload every
I
single
am
punch.
hurting. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna spend a key point, do Fury of Blows. So what would that come up to? 5 or 4 unarmed strikes? Correctly.
Yes.
Advantage.
Yes, that too.
1. Nice, 3 damage. Don't worry, we'll get there. And 5 damage. Don't think that hits.
The 11 does not hit, no.
Listen, you either get high attack rolls or high damage rolls. You can't have both.
Dude, I don't know. I'm not really doing much. I'm kind of just here, you know?
Hey, you're taking one hit away from me. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm basically dead. I'm trying to, like, yeah. I don't have anything to where I could, like, make him aggro on me and I can just run away. It's unfortunate.
I mean, the sad reality is like drawing aggro doesn't really work in D&D. The fact that we
That's
both
true.
already have disadvantage against attacks that hit us, like it's about as good as it gets.
Often, yeah. I guess I'll just sit here then.
Got it.
I mean, I guess if you, because you can do damage from a distance, it might
I'd
be best
rather
for you
you
to back
have-
up and start shooting things, and I'll just deal with hitting him flat out.
Advantage is kind of nice though.
It is, but like it's
I'd
not. I
also
don't know if
rather-
it's worth you dying, right?
That's a good point. All right, I'll back up. What's my
Wait,
33?
don't go too far. I'm gonna yell at you. You can go like 10 feet back. That's about it.
I mean, is he still within range of that giant? Assuming it doesn't move.
Once you leave 10 feet, you are out of
Okay.
range.
Okay.
Again, it doesn't really stop the giant from just walking over there and hitting you, but
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Which you might do. That's the end of the turn.
So then it is Pyrana. She's going to. This guy is just being a jerk. And he is probably going to be a decent bit resistant to fire because she's not dumb. It's kind of her whole thing. This must be how Iroh feels. She is going to try and disengage to get away from the range of the chains so that she can help with Guiding Bolt as you guys continue to pound on the guy.
We love Guiding Bolt.
Do you guys want me to? I'm gonna be yelling with my beautiful bardic voice. Do you guys want me to be able to keep this guy prone, or do you want me to heal up everyone a little bit?
I think keeping these guys out of the fight is going to be
I think so,
priority.
too.
Especially if they can't actually get to you guys to attack. They might just turn around and attack us.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to disengage. To about here. Actually, yeah, I have to do that. I'm going to disengage, and then I'm going to cast command on I guess this guy again. Tell him to grovel.
Okay.
Oh
Who
wait,
told you
Grovel
you could stand up?
more!
I'm going to tell him to approach.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, he's stuck on the chain.
oh yeah, okay.
Yes,
I'll just tell him to
yeah.
grovel. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
There you go,
Yeah,
Jason.
because I was going to say, like, maybe making him flee, but he can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
He continues to grovel.
Nice.
Bitch made idiot.
Athens' respect for Takika's skyrocketed.
Even though he has
The urge
horns.
for Athens to just stab the spear directly up his ass is so high.
Yeah.
I think you have to roll every time you attack to see if you just attack the Minotaur instead.
I mean, it's a bit unsportsmanlike to attack him like that, which is why Athens isn't.
Oh,
That's
his
my
hatred's
turn.
not that deep.
Speaking of which, it is Athan.
I gonna continue to try and stab him in the shins.
Go for the left leg, it's weak.
A 16, I think, hits. Let me double check. Yes, it does.
Add 2 to that. I forgot to turn on rage again.
A 16 plus 2, I think, hits.
Well,
To the
damage.
damage. Got it.
Nice.
There we go. That's what we like to
Damn.
see. Some big rolls. Second attack. Let's
Oh,
go. All right.
Hell yeah.
I knew I was saving this.
That's where I left that.
Okay. Again, ignore the 2, but then
Just tell me what the total
add,
damage from this roll is.
hold on. So the second Spear of God is an extra 34 radiant.
Holy shit.
God damn.
34.
Finally got that Achilles heel.
there we go.
34 on top of the 16 from the normal attack.
Yeah. Yep.
Sheesh.
That's me.
Just super.
He is looking fucked up. It is then the creatures.
Way to do all the fucking damage.
That's what I'm here for.
Hell yeah. I'm here for the same thing, just no damage.
The
Sorry, I couldn't stop them all.
rock guy goes there.
I mean, though doing the 1 is enough. That guy looks like he hurts when he hits you.
Drocky, you see the Azer running towards you from sort of like a unseen space on its back, pulls out a metal spear and chucks it at
Nice.
you. Do. I should really have like a DM vision on the fucking Roll20 side of things. The spear
Right.
does hit you.
What do you mean? Don't you have a DM vision?
Like a dashboard that makes it clear like the different things that are around. Like there's a GM layer for the map and for the page, but like having something that's more cohesive in terms of like an interface.
Hmm.
The spear does hit you for 8 piercing damage.
Can I deflect missile?
Yeah, it's a ranged weapon.
Yeah,
Fucking got
finally I've been
him.
able to use it.
What does that do? Well, I know what it does, but what is the stuff you have to roll?
Should deflect a catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 7. You reduce damage to 0, and have a free hand. You can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack against the monk. So 1d10, I'll just roll that, I guess.
Yep.
It's a 5 plus 7, so 13.
Oh,
You
How much damage did
reduce
it do
to
for me?
0. 8.
Perfect. So I'm gonna spend the key point and chuck it back at him.
oh hell yeah!
Get his
What
ass.
he does it to you?
It's just two monks throwing it back at each
So
other.
you can make a ranged weapon
Those
attack.
monks
It
are
does not
throwing it back.
doesn't specify it has to be against him, just so you know.
Oh, so I can just fucking
Oh,
chuck it back at the giant.
hell yeah!
That's true.
I unfortunately don't have any ranged weapons.
Well, you have the
in my-
spear.
It's the same
It's the spear
roll
that
as your
was-
monk.
Oh, okay. That's what you mean.
Would it be? Yeah, I mean, I just don't have any monk weapons in my.
Right, but so like literally just
Quick
rolling your
attack.
punching, it's the same attack roll and damage.
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck.
This is it. This is what we were waiting for.
So excited.
So I'm fucked.
Well, I mean,
Oh, fuck. There was no advantage. All right, so. Nice. I missed. I'll take the 14.
You did neglect the damage though, and then sort of with the motion of it, just kind of bring it back around and throw it at Multox.
Adam's
So-
like, don't worry, I'll teach you how to throw a spear. It's easy.
It's like, I've never done it before. I've been waiting to use that for so fucking long.
And then the guy who is made out of rocks is going to try and bite at Athan.
Just has a normal roll for that, right?
Yep.
Does just have normal rolls.
Hell
Instead
yeah.
of being at disadvantage.
Oh, wait, hold up. Sorry. If I used my I could have used my bless.
Go ahead and roll a d4. It's
Okay.
close enough to make the difference. Yeah,
3.
that beats his AC.
Hell yeah. All right, 4 damage. Yes, I'll take it. I hurt him. I hit the beast.
He bleeds.
I draw blood of my enemy.
Yeah, so it just stabs him in the back. And he's just like, ah!
He just looks at me and fucking turns into Thanos. All that for a drop of blood. I'm like,
I'm
oh,
literally looking for the gif.
You should have aimed for the head.
yeah.
Now you can run up and just...
While you're looking for that gif,
God, the
Athan,
gifs are here.
the Zorn does bite you for 11 piercing damage.
He bit me in the bum.
Right in
Then
the bum.
only one of its claws gets you for 7. And I believe you're still raging, correct?
Oh yeah.
Good, because now it's the fire giant's turn to try and smack down. He is going to again move this way. I
Motherfucker.
guess. No, he's not.
That's an attack
'cause
of
he
opportunity.
Would leave that, yeah. I forgot.
Yes, do it.
you're reaching. You're still in melee combat with him, so he's gonna send both of these disadvantaged. Oh wait, no, this is just normal because he is also flanking at Athen. Damn. So the first one comes down, and just with the flat of the blade, he hits you for 29.
Nails me into a ground like a fucking tent stake.
Yeah, the first one is for 29.
So that's 28. So that's 14. Okay.
And then again, just lifting it up and slamming the blade back down into you is another 29.
Ah.
Oh God.
And he sort of leans down after the second one and just sort of screams in your face, and you can feel just like a lava vent's worth of heat coming off of his breath.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
That was all of them. So then it is Drocky.
All right, I'm
Finish
closing
him,
the distance. I need to
Rocky!
fucking just unload on this guy. I'm spending a key point, doing my 4 hits again. I
How is
swear
that different than what you've been doing?
It's not. I have
He
nothing else
believes-
I can
he
do, but
believes
at least
that's
I
the
have
difference right
advantage
now.
now.
He believes.
He believes that's what's the difference.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah,
First one,
whiff.
great fucking God, I hate this game.
Oh, whiff! Oh, hit
my
him!
God.
That one does
Fire.
hit. That one hits.
Radiant
And that one
Pulse!
also
Oh, nice. There
hits.
we go.
12.
Can I just get a crit?
Drocky, how do you kill Multox the Mad?
I like to think I literally just like missed 2 punches and then like accidentally hit him with my like heel. That's like trip over.
No, you gotta like run up his arm or some
Yeah,
shit.
no, literally. I like
Oh,
Tai
like,
Lung climb up
just-
his back
just
like when
double
Tai
punch
Lung's
him in the-
climbing up the
No, what is
fucking-
that game where you climb on the big
Fuse.
creatures and
Oh,
kill 'em?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to his eye on his chest, his tattooed eye, just fucking punch through his sternum.
This is
Like,
what you look
fucking
like,
ugly
brother.
bitch. Aaron or Levi, that shit.
Yeah.
Oh
The
hell
Beast
yeah!
Titan.
Yeah. So as you do that, Multox falls to the ground, also still having just been screaming at Athen, and then just sort of slumps over dead,
Yes.
standing victoriously on top of his corpse.
Nice. I grabbed the chains.
Okay. They are like 3 relatively large boats, like anchors chains,
Perfect.
so that you could lift one set up, and they are also still wrapped around his arm.
Fuck.
But they are very heavy, and you can physically hold them.
I grab the one connected to the dwarf and I say, "You are mine."
Okay.
Does anything
Um,
happen?
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
Nothing happens to the year mine, as I am now thinking what should actually be happening. However, the angry look on the Azer's face goes away, and the creature no longer seems to be aggressive towards Athan. However, the Minotaur on the ground does sort of like, while groveling, kind of look over its shoulder towards Athan, still seeming to be aggressive.
Really? You wanna start this?
He's currently groveling, so he can't do anything about that. But Piranha is going to She can actually take advantage of this situation
Oh yeah.
because melee is advantaged.
She turns him into a bonfire.
She does sort of reach down with sort of hands that accumulate cinders and flames at the end of them and reach out to touch the Minotaur, which she is successful at. And we do that. I forget, does taking damage take you out of Not that it really matters, but take you out of a command.
Not
Yeah.
command.
Okay.
Well, he has to I think he has to re-roll.
Well, the command only lasts for a round. It doesn't
Yeah,
go away.
I think it just doesn't do anything.
It's not like a lingering charm.
But Takik, it is your turn. Again, you can see the Azer does not seem to want to continue fighting and seems a bit dazed, and the rock creature is kind of getting low to the
Azer?
ground.
Like they're relaxing.
No, like they're kind of like a cat that is nervous about its surroundings.
So the only one right now that looks
Aggressive is the Minotaur. Yes.
I'm going to cast Sleep on the Minotaur. Or I could just Charm. It's already. Yeah, fuck it.
Charm person. Okay.
Oh,
and
then-
then they automatically fail it because they, as we've said, are already kind of charmed by you, and you're still mantled, correct?
Yes.
Got it. So it
There's
does
a tail end of that.
consider you a friendly acquaintance.
Can I? Does it? So when it knows that I'm a friendly acquaintance, will it attack my friends, or is it just?
It probably won't
think it
attack
says-
you, but
It says you or your companion. I believe.
you or your companion. Oh. If it fails to save, it is charmed by you until the spell ends.
I guess no. It just
Or
knows
until
you as a
you and
friendly.
your companions do anything harmful to it.
Right, but I'm saying it only recognizes him as the friendly acquaintance. Type.
Yes.
Hello, friend. It's been so long. Would you come over here and shake my hand?
You can make a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay. Did it work?
You see he sort of agreeably turns to you, and he does speak common, and he's like, yes, and then together we can kill this Acroan. And you can see he's
Bitch.
attempting to stand up.
No. Remember, we have become friends with these people.
Athan, on your turn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna use lay on hands and give myself 20 hit points.
Got it.
Touch himself.
And he's just gonna kind of look at the Minotaur and be like, "There's no need for further violence at this time."
There's always need for bloodshed.
I don't know why I bother talking to Mogus. Let's see that he heals himself as his action. Is this guy still technically on the ground? He hasn't stood up yet, right?
He hasn't stood up.
Okay. I don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just gonna like ask this Minotaur. He's like, essentially just like, "Are you gonna be cool? Like, we just freed you from servitude to this giant. Is this really how you repay our aid?"
Mogus would not put such a tasty treat in front of me if he did not wish to challenge my will to serve.
Guys, I feel like we gotta kill this guy.
No, remember, Mogus said we had to go kill the other thing back down this way. Not
Back
that
down
bowl.
this way.
That bowl is good. You gotta go that way.
Yeah, we
There's
gotta
need-
kill the
there's-
dragon.
There's 5 Acroan down that way.
I mean,
So since we are still in combat, it will be
Oh, yeah.
sort of turn order. So the persuasion can come on your turn, but he does have a turn before that.
Oh.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
Athen, unless you have any movements
No.
or bonus actions,
No.
their current bend is friendly towards Dakik, but definitely still wants to hurt you.
Only through this party for you.
He swings his glaive over to you, and that is a hit. Athen, you
This-
take 10 slashing damage, and you can
And
feel.
I do take the full 10.
Oh damn! You're not raging anymore.
I didn't attack last turn.
Shit. So the other thing is, as the glaive hits into you, you can feel the sort of sucking of blood going to it as you take 6 necrotic damage. Except that's halved because you're a
I only
Nyxborn.
take 3 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Aha, my secret barbarian.
As his weapon seems to desire blood to drink.
All right. Listen here.
Draki.
I did not attack you when your fucking face was in the mud where it belongs, but now you're gonna get it.
Also, to be clear, because it was the other creature's turns, this rock creature attempts to go into the ground. You see it just sort of effortlessly glides into the earth. However, as the chain sort of like reaches its midpoint, the chain does not move through, and it gets stuck there. And it's just sort
It's
of
just,
like
like,
halfway on the
hiding
ground, just going like,
underground.
"Grrr!"
That's great.
Well, is the dwarf guy?
He's
He
backing
doesn't
away
want
from
no
the situation.
piece of this. All right, well then I'm just gonna come around. 10. And I guess we're killing the Minotaur because he's an asshole.
He do be kind of an asshole.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna kill that guy. You know. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna run up to him and just start punching the shit out of him. Again. And then I mean, do I have advantage on this? Because
With Pyrana, yes,
Pyrana?
you are flanking.
Perfect. Let's see. Boom.
That does hit.
Nice. Boom.
That also hits.
Nice. Boom. I don't think that hits. Guess I'll spend a key point.
Does hit. All of those hit.
Oh, it does. Perfect. We'll still spend a key point.
3, 5.
There you go.
Now I'm stacking some damage. Take
Yeah.
all it. You know.
They do hurt him.
Perfect. Then I'm just gonna back away a few steps. What I take? So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just gotta back up a few paces. I don't really want to take any more damage. I'm kind of hooting.
Got it. Pyrana again is going to reach out.
Yo, can the bull charge him while he's still down?
It's fucking like a freight train coming at him.
Yeah.
On his turn, he did stand up, so he's not still down. But you guys were flanking him, so.
That is true.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Ikiki, you make the worst friends ever.
Well, he's not charmed anymore. He's clearly not my friend. I fucking cast a spell on him.
Oh, he's friendly
Oh.
towards you.
Well, he got attacked by
But
my
we
friends,
attacked him.
Ah, that's true. She misses the reach out and touch attack this time. Takik.
Oh, this is so boring for me right now.
They are still humanoid.
Do be careful. That hits everyone.
At this point, do I care?
He can.
Well, some of us are pretty low on health here.
Fine. God.
I'm not saying like again. I'm reminding you in case you don't realize how that works.
With how low Athan's health is, you might just get both of them.
Yeah.
Fine, fine.
That was more of like a positive. But they do wisdom save.
How many slot levels? 3d6 plus 2.
They
5d6.
failed their wisdom save.
Hooray!
17 damage.
Motherfucker.
Hey, that's nearly more damage than Draki did last turn.
Yeah.
It's more
Spells,
damage than
man.
Draki did to that fucking giant.
Pretty much.
Well, Draki killed that giant, so
I did. Yeah.
I
forgot I threw a
loosened him.
spear in his
Fucking. Just fucking aura farming.
anything else on your turn?
Oh, I guess I am not gonna give temp HP because actually I will. Fuckers are all dying all the time. Is this guy still here?
Yeah. Do you want to give him
I'm
an
gonna
order
give
to do
him
something?
10. I was gonna give him temp HP. I don't know if that works on him. Creature? I guess maybe he's a construct, so that might not work.
Still a creature.
Hell yeah, give all my homies get 8.
Oh yeah.
We eating right now.
All right. For the sake of it, they are gonna charge and gore because the Minotaur did hurt him quite a bit.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Fuck 'em
That's
up.
what I'm talking about.
The horns and the hooves hit.
Oh, did he kill Steel? Please
Oops,
don't let me kill
that was his health.
No.
He just dies like running into a brick wall.
He did not kill Steel. We are at Athan now.
Destroy him.
I do kind of want to just. Yeah. I don't want to fucking whiff like a chump though and have him kill me, so I am gonna rage again.
Rage.
Okay. You can get on the opposite side of Kratos and attack as well
Yeah.
for advantage.
So 15 do it.
15 does do it.
Nice.
Noise.
So close to being a chump. How do you kill this worshipper of Mogus?
Athen just like very coolly like turns around, covered in blood from fighting this other guy, and just like eyes locked, circles around him, and then just like one step forward and a quick jab just right through the heart and just fells him.
Hell yeah.
He falls to the ground
Just
dead.
like, I don't got time for Mogus. I got other things to do.
We are out of combat order. The
Hell yeah.
rock creature does seem to just kind of be very still, as if it thinks that if it does not move, you will not be able to determine the difference between it and the earth. The Azer does kind of stand away from you all, sort of looking on at the edge of its chain.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm going to. What is this? Is there a lock on this chain around this thing?
There's sort of like a large bolt, essentially, just put into it that seems to be holding it in place that you could, with enough strength and time, move. more specifically the time than the strength.
I'm just gonna shatter the fucking chain at this point then. Since it doesn't, I don't think I can. Do I think it will understand me if I talk to it?
The creature,
Yeah.
it hasn't spoken common so far, but I mean, you haven't tried speaking to it.
We
Hello,
also do
creature.
have
Can you
someone who
understand
speaks
me?
Ignis.
I don't know if this thing speaks.
As it talks, you hear, much like the lava of the other guys, sort of gravel or like rocks falling down a hill as it seems to respond to you, but not in a language that you understand.
Hmm. Rockman.
What you said, I do
Irana,
or
did
I
you
don't
did
understand
you
it.
catch any of that?
Don't understand. Pyrana's like, I think it's a dialect of Primordial, but I would imagine Terran and not Ignan. It's hard to parse. I think it was an affirmative answer. So I think it understands you, but I'm not sure it can speak our languages.
We wish you no harm. If you would like to try and break this chain off of you, we will assist you.
You can see as that happens, it sort of like lowers its arms, its multiple arms to the chain, and starts trying to like pull on its own.
Can I go over and help with the pulling?
Yeah. So you go and you help pull. Together, you break the chains of this creature, and it sort of looks around, looks at Takik, and then sort of like acknowledgingly nods its head and thanks. And then you see throws up a pile of dirt on the ground, and then sinks into the floor
What the fuck?
and disappears.
Oh.
Should we release a rock
Saving that for
monster as
later.
well?
Athan, you can see there is a few gemstones and a ring inside of this pile of rocks that it seemed to throw up.
Ooh. Yeah. Sift through that. Grab those.
Greedy bastard taking my shit and gifting me.
I didn't say I wasn't gonna share. I'm just picking it up.
So there is 100 gold in there and 3 gemstones. And then the ring itself has a couple gems on it that resemble the night sky of Nyx.
That's sick.
Whoa.
Okay. Did
I
the
guess-
rock guy just get out of his chains?
The rock guy?
Yeah.
That's the guy you just freed. That's why he threw up the rocks.
Oh, I thought I
on
freed the
ground.
Azer.
No.
Oh man, this
No.
whole time I thought we were talking about the Azer. I'm like, weird that the Azer speaks Terran, but okay.
Yeah.
I
the
was
throat?
so confused.
That's
And then I
also
was like,
why
did
he
you-
sank into the ground.
Well, he also he barfed up stuff, and I was like, I guess he could just eat minerals. I don't see why he couldn't.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I was
Sorry.
so confused.
I should have been more clear, but
Okay. Gotcha. We freed that guy. Is the other one talking to us?
he does
he
seem to
speak
be.
Ignan?
He seems to be speaking Ignan, and Pyrana is now turning her attention to him. He is sort of like slamming his hammer against the chain over the corner now.
I'm gonna go. Oh, go ahead.
Pyrana is just like he also wants to be freed. However, he seems to be more amenable to sticking around for the moment.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I mean, I'll go over and try and
giant carcass.
help him break his chain as well.
Yeah, I was gonna.
He hit me,
the
so I'm gonna
giant
help him.
carcass as well.
Yeah, Draki, can you just make me an investigation check?
Oh, I see. Now you're being racist.
Nice. I don't know why I was at advantage. But still 21.
Searching through, trying to find valuables with the giant. The sword is definitely too big for you to wield. However, there is a pouch that was tied to the back of Multox. It is a fairly hefty pouch and a big one is you see there are chunks of ore inside of them that
Mhm.
sparkle and shine, similar to a lot of the art in Theros. Different speckles of Nyx seem to shine off of the ores. You think similar to what Pyrana was telling you guys earlier. This might be some of the magical stuff that Multox was looking for. There is also
Okay.
a decent decent amount of gemstones in there. There is a I'm going to use the word that is what it is. There is a decanter of water inside of there, so like a little glass
Like a f-
filigreed container of water.
Okay.
A sling that has a bird as the kind of connecting point where the ammunition would go.
Hmm.
And a good helping of gold, you think probably around 1,000. This thing is pretty big. There's not really a way to like go about hiding, grabbing this bag
Right.
and the things inside of it.
Wait, so the okay, yeah. So magical ore, gemstones,
Or what?
decanter, sling, and 1,000 gold. Very cool. Um, does the bull eat these types of ores? Does he need it to heal up?
He can consume minerals. Pyrana would inform you. He doesn't need to eat like the most magically applicable materials. He
Gotcha.
could also eat normal food.
Okay,
Can
cool.
you remind me? I didn't write it down. What was in the thing that the rock guy spit up?
There were 3 gemstones. Where was the money? The ring with the night sky gemstones on it, and was 300 gold.
Okay. Just writing it down so we don't forget it.
I'm gonna frisk the Minotaur now.
Okay. Frisking the Minotaur, you do
Smelly
see the horns on his head, very customarily Mogus themed. They are kind of dipped in bronze. This is just sort of like a custom of Minotaurs who worship Mogus and some other Minotaurs in the world. Could be valuable, however, is a little
Oh
bit
yeah,
morbid.
I'm sawing those bitches off. Oh, fuck this bitch.
The glaive that is on the ground, you can sort of see it is made out of iron, but does have a again that sort of like night sky of Nyx property to it, where it has sort of star shimmers, and you can see even the blood that remains on the ground from the Minotaur, like it actively seems to be drinking that up.
Oh hell yeah, I'm picking that bitch up. Athan.
Can you
What's
make me
up?
a wisdom saving throw?
No, why would I do that?
Swear to God.
You
You're
go
right.
to
You can't make that wisdom saving throw.
you go to reach for the axe on the or the glaive on the ground, and something compels you that you're too weak. You're not worthy of a weapon like this.
Okay, I'm gonna piss on
Damn.
it. I
You
piss on it.
pissed on it?
Oh my God.
You are prevented from picking the weapon up.
Athan,
By
I
an
think this is for
acrobatics
you.
pick. I
I was gonna jump over it and piss in midair.
I mean, how does Athen feel about
Athan, we're
like is
going to
this
fight a like fucking freaky ass god warrior bitch. Swallow your pride and throw it into the
I mean,
I
so,
guess
so to be clear,
I guess
aside
this is the
from
spoil of war.
the
The trophy.
I need you to
experience
chop
that
his-
Takik had, like
his-
Takik reached down to grab it and then I guess pissed on it. I don't know if you've relayed like it magically sort of like pushing you away from it.
Yeah, it magically
Um,
pushed me away from it. That's why I peed on it. It's not drinking it though; it just looks like it's drinking the blood. But
It
I
does
Did
need
you
you to
only
open it
chop
with
drink
these.
the
drink your
blood.
piss?
I need you to chop these horns off of this thing because I want them. And I know you'll do that. And why would you blunt a spear when he just uses bullshit?
Have you
And
seen what my
also-
spear can do?
Okay, yeah. Saw the horns off with a spear. Let me see it.
All that
Oh, I thought you were saying I should use the axe instead of the spear.
all of that to
Yes,
say,
it
by
is.
the way, it's not like you would be looked down upon for using this weapon. Like victory in battle is victory in battle. It's the sort of way you go about getting victory in battle. That's the difference between Mogus and Iroas.
Okay.
A sword that drinks blood may be inherently more of like a aggressive one, especially if it seems to have influence over people. So do with that what you will.
We could cast it into the Forge of Perforos, though, after you use it to kill Ignakshi.
I'm sorry. Is it? It's a glaive, though, right?
Yes.
Not a sword. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess Athen will try to pick it up by the part that
Persuasion.
wasn't pissed on.
I pissed on the blade. Why would you pick it up by that end?
Okay. I don't know where you pissed.
You damn a Crowan. I saw you watching me.
With that acrobatics check, I think he's pissing into the sky.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't tell them.
Can you make me a
Just
wisdom
kinda like-
saving throw as you go to pick up the weapon?
sure.
I also, because of
I'm
who
guessing
you are,
bless is gone.
would
Yeah.
like you to do this at disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, do you want bless? I
Oh.
can give you bless.
I don't know if you can do it
Where
in this
am
moment, but
Oh, I have another. Okay, that's fair.
I just don't know, like, as a reaction.
Right, so
I'm
like
just
you
trying to
guys
figure
don't
out.
know he's making the save as he's reaching for it.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice.
God said it was okay.
It is at disadvantage, like I said.
Oh
So-
shit! Sorry, I turned it off of advantage because I had been doing that. I didn't turn it back on to disadvantage.
While God is saying yes currently.
God said it's
Iroas
less okay, but
said
still
yes,
acceptable.
but at a cost.
So you go to pick it up and you can almost like hear as if it's like nervously like sniffing you out in your mind.
What the
And it's
fuck?
like, ooh, a powerful one. Yes. Use me to slay many. And you don't feel any resistance to picking it up. However, you do hear that voice in your head with those words.
I really don't like this.
Like the sword
I
from
really-
fucking Warbreaker.
I really don't want this axe, guys.
I don't know. It looks really badass on you. Like I would be pretty intimidated if I saw you coming at me with that axe. I'd be like, damn, that axe though.
Just
Sorry.
remember, this person we're going to kill killed your king and queen at separate occasions and your best friend, so...
Yeah, but I'm fully capable of killing her on my own.
True.
But it's
But
more
you could
fun.
also use it to chuck into a dragon.
Small
Maybe
addendum
don't-
to
don't
what
you
you
wanna-
found, Draki. There
don't-
is a sort of red gem, not red gemstone, but like red quartz, essentially, in there that is different from the gems.
Interesting.
It's almost
Also,
like
you
a,
can
like
use
a
a
prism
sling,
shape.
right? Draki can use a sling, right? Don't monks, aren't they able to use those?
I don't think so.
Who
I-
knows? No one ever picks sling.
It's possible. I mean, they're monks.
Simple
They're simple
weapons?
weapons. Yeah, you could use a sling.
It depends on.
Did I
don't
find
know if
anything
it's-
else on him besides his
I don't
giant
think I
axe and
found it.
the horns that I now possess?
No.
Did you guys say you found some like special ore on the giant?
I did. I have a handful of it. Shiny.
Do we know what this is?
It is Nixor. I have decided to call it since it appears to be just like the sky.
Sort of agreeing at the observation there, it does appear to be the sort of Nyx blessed ore that is sacred to Perforos and is also very receptive to magic. Sacred in the way that like it's something created by him and is sought after by craftsmen, not that like using it is forbidden. But from the look of it, it does seem to be adamantine and mithril.
Oh shit. Mithril.
I mean, given what we've learned of Azers, is it possible he might be willing to make something out of this for us?
We did save him, so I think
You should call him a Schwarf or whatever the fuck that was.
I'm not gonna do that. No.
Use the derogatory term for it.
Oh, is that what they were called? Schwarf?
I don't remember what it was.
Is dwarf
Oh,
with an
yeah, it was.
S. But yeah, that's what they were
Yeah.
calling him. Pyrana turns again to the Azer and is just communicating, and she's like, if we get the chain off of him, he is willing to help create something for
Did I not
us.
go help him as well?
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah. Now that we have freed him from his bonds, he is willing to help us out.
Okay. I'm down to sit here and take a little rest.
Same. Right next to the corpse of the fire giant.
He is telling me it would be advantageous and help to expedite the process. The weapon that you just picked up off the ground, he could use the mithril to perhaps balance it.
Oh hell yeah!
Magically.
Fuck this one up. I don't care about it.
Since it is already enchanted with some form of magic, he thinks he could use the mithril to essentially create a similar but new weapon.
Hell yeah!
Told you. I know everything.
You're so smart.
What was that?
I said you're so smart.
I know. I wanted you to say it again.
Pyrana does.
Damn it.
Pyrana looks around and is like, well, it is getting close to night as well, and we've traveled quite a bit. Perhaps we should use this area to rest while he does his work.
Like he stares into the sky and his eyes glow beams of light out of them, and he says, "Perhaps we should use a tauntaun out of the giant carcass."
You want to cut
What?
into the giant
Oh.
carcass and sleep in it? It's plenty warm in the lava fields. It's not much. It's not great insulation. I'm gonna be honest.
I would be more worried of random creatures coming around looking for a midnight snack.
We can while we have the last lights of day still move away these corpses.
What if we just burned them?
That is true.
Well, for the fire giant, that might take a long time, both from the resistance to fire and the sheer mass of them. If you wish to burn the Minotaur, I mean, I'm not going to stop you, but
No, I don't. He doesn't. He's too much. I don't care. I'm gonna go sleep over there probably. We're not gonna sleep in all the blood pool, right? Like we can go chill over here.
there are multiple
Yeah,
ends to this cave. We can, or to this valley. There's
It's over
the
here.
back end there, and then there's this sort of more secluded, narrow pass.
Where's my bird?
Make a perception check.
Perception check. Whoop. Talking to the bird.
You can see the bird is on the sort of opposite cliff face from where you are on the other side of this big pit that you're in. It is just sort of watching, looking at the stuff going on down below. For the sake of the fact that we are probably at time here as well,
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
the
Mhm.
things to note. You can definitely take the rest of the day to also identify the items that you are that you have picked up, and you all gain 5 piety.
5.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Also level up. That was the other thing I needed.
Damn.
Oh fuck yeah.
Damn.
And while you guys are noting that down, I will. It's on the other computer. I can reveal the things that you have, and hopefully they should show up all grouped together. If I understand Roll20 well enough, or if it actually functions the way that I think it does.
Correct.
Oh god, if Roll20 is gonna behave. Let's see. Alright. this thing. Edit in all players' journals. Save. Show players. Edit. Did that show up for you guys, by the way?
The Krufix stone, yeah.
Vic Stone.
Save. Show players. Sorry.
Can't there of endless water?
Oh shit.
You're just going to get a couple of blasts into your face. All players. Save. Show players.
You ever make your shit geyser?
Hardly know her.
God damn it.
Edit.
This bird sling is cool.
All players. Shave.
Oh, that's sick.
Show players. There we go. That should
Oh, that's so
be
cool.
all the things.
Super Sling.
All the magic things.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Was the axe in there?
The axe was not in this. The Azer is working on it.
Okay. Well, because I also figured the axe is probably going to be changed from what it was.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't be like spending time like learning the magic stuff for like an hour before he's like working on it for the rest of the night.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, best thing out of this is we finally have the light cantrip. Someone can fucking cast light on Athens' fucking helmet or whatever so we can see in the dark.
But yeah, so officially at the end of the session right now, you're all level 7. You have 5 more piety, which I think pushes everybody to the next tier. So you have a new ability there, and then if you have
Yeah, for the next tier, I was looking at that. Where do we find the details? Is that just in the
Go to the
Myth
gods.
of Theros? Yeah, the book or whatever.
It is in the Theros book. It should also be in your world info.
Under gods and you, influence, worship, and favors.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Yeah, and then click on your boy. And you should be past 10 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have the votary trait.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. Hope I appreciate it. That was a good session.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions about leveling up or the magic items or just want to talk about those things, I am fine sticking around for whoever needs it, whatever needs it. You don't have to, but I'm here.
Oh. I mean, I might work on my character sheet a little bit, just get things settled.
And the things that do require attunement, again, as you go into this sort of end of day, sort of downtime activity, air quotes, more or less, you do have time to attune to those things, should you need to.
I mean, do you want to talk about who wants what, or figure that out next time or something?
I feel like that might be a discussion for next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is fair.
And in the meantime, I can find the actual art for the stone. But yeah.
Yeah, I do need to head to bed, but
yeah,
I will update my.
Thanks for playing. See
Thank
you
you.
guys on Friday.
It's fun.
Where you can have another discussion about where magic items are going.
Yay!
Cool.
All right. See ya.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Night, y'all.